Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to start object-oriented programming in Python. We'll cover all the basics that you need to know. Stick around for easy examples and a fun ride through the world of object-oriented programming. So, what exactly is object-oriented programming? Well, it's a programming paradigm where we organize our code into objects that have attributes, or properties, and methods, or functions. These objects can interact with each other, making it easier to manage and manipulate our data. Let's start with the basic building blocks: classes, constructors, and objects. In Python, a class is like a blueprint for creating objects. It defines the properties and behaviors that all objects of that type will have. Here's an example of a simple class named dog. In Python, we use class keyword for creating a class. Now let's understand constructors. A constructor is a special method in a class that is automatically called when an object is created. It initializes the object state. In Python, the constructor method is named __init__. Here's an example. Def $_init $_. Self. In Python, self is used as the first parameter in the constructor and all other instance methods of a class. It represents the instance of the class itself. When you create an object of a class and call its methods, self is automatically passed as the first argument to those methods, allowing them to access and modify the object's attributes. Now let's pass name and age. Self.name equals name. Self.age equals age. These are called instance attributes. Here, self represents the instance of the class itself. When you create an object of the class and call its constructor, self refers to that particular instance. By using self.name and self.age, you're setting the attributes name and age of that specific instance to the values passed to the constructor. This allows each object created from the class to have its own name and age attributes, which can vary from one object to another. So our constructor is set up. Let's move on to objects. An object is an instance of a class. It represents a specific realization of the class blueprint. Here's how you create objects of the dog class. Creating an object is simple. We just call the class like a function, passing any necessary arguments. Dog1 equals dog. Give it to a name as an argument, let's say Tom. Give it an age, let's say 4. Now that we have our object, we can access its attributes. Print dog1.name. When we run this code, it will output the name of the dog. Pretty cool, right? We've successfully created and interacted with an object. Let's move on to methods. Methods are functions defined within a class that operate on the object's data. They can modify the object state or perform some action. Here's an example of adding a method to our dog class. Here we'll create a function called bark and give it the parameter self. Print woof. Woof. So here we created a method called bark which prints woof. Now the dog class has an ability to bark. Let's call this method dog1.bark. Let's run this. As you can see, it prints woof woof. You can also add methods like walk, jump, or play. Let's create another method which prints the dog name and age. We'll create a function called info, give it the parameter self. Print, I'll use f strings here, inside the curly brackets, self. Dot, name. Is. Age. Years, old. Now let's call this method dog1.info. Tom is 4 years old. We can also create multiple objects of the same class. Let's say, dog2 equals dog. Give it a name, let's say Max, and age 5. Dog2.info. So it will print the name and age of the second dog. Now let's understand inheritance, which is a very important concept in object-oriented programming. Inheritance is the mechanism where a new class or subclass can inherit attributes and methods from an existing class or superclass. It promotes code reusability and allows the creation of a hierarchy of classes. Here we have a class named animal, in which I define some methods such as sound, walk, and eat, and they all return true. Let's create another class called dog. Inside the bracket I will inherit from the parent class, which is animal class. Pass this for now. I will create another class called rabbit. and also inherit it from animal class. And pass it for now. Now each class can have all the attributes and methods of their parent class. Let's create the objects for these two classes. Dog equals dog. And rabbit equals rabbit. Let's call the method walk for dog class. Print dog.walk. So it will return true because the dog class inherit from animal class and animal class have method walk which returns true. But you can also create their own methods and attributes. For dog class, I will create a method called run. Pass itself. And return true. And for rabbit class, I will create a method called jump. Pass itself. And return true. Now each class can have their own unique attributes and methods as well, along with the attributes and methods that they inherit from their parent class. Let's test these methods for dog. Print dog.run. And for rabbit, rabbit.jump. And there you have it. In conclusion, classes can have children. The children classes will inherit everything that their parent class has, all of the attributes and methods, but not only that, the children classes can implement their own unique attributes and methods as well. If you found this video helpful in understanding the basics of object-oriented programming, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and press that bell icon to stay tuned for more tutorials. Thanks for watching.